This week on Sundays with Sully, we are checking out the latest Sabre 45 build for Boston Yachts. Let's go check it out. What's good, everybody? It is Sully, and welcome back to another episode of Sundays with Sully. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button down below to stay up to date and in the know the latest happenings in the marine industry. What are we doing this week, guys? Well, we're doing something a little bit different for you. I wanted to showcase the work that our team down in Salem has been doing at Hawthorne Cove Safe Harbors. Rich and his guys have been hard at work getting this Sabre 45 build done for Boston Yachts. And this one checked a lot of boxes, and we did some really cool integration. And I thought, you know what? Let's show it off. Let's see what we got. So, without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and give you guys a quick little walkthrough here of what we have going on. If you take a look, that's a pretty busy hardtop, and we've kept it as clean as we can here, guys. Take a look. We've got, obviously, the Razor lights we love to use from Lumitec. We have a trio of them. Now, these outer ones right there, those are going to be spread lights, right? We're going to get really good flood light action from them. And then this center line one in front of our FLIR M300, that is a spotlight. So we can turn on just the outer twos, or turn on the middle, or we can turn on all three of those and really light up when we're coming into a harbor. We have that luxury of being able to choose between that. And then right behind that, guys, the ever popular, always, we love to use them, FLIR M300 low light, daylight viewable camera. So we've got that mounted on there. And if we take a look behind all of these Lumitec lights, you're gonna see the first of many of our scan strut deck glands, and we're using the stainless ones here for these. It just adds a nice touch, and we know we have a quality product to work with on that. Then if we look behind us, this boat's going to live on a mooring in Marblehead, I believe. We have 4 of the Xantrex slim line 115 watt panels. Those are all independently fused under the hard top. We can't show you because we got the boat all buttoned up, but we do have 4 115 watt panels, so we're getting a lot of power put into this boat as it sits on the mooring. And then if we take a look here, guys, between the panels right there below the radar, we have 2 antennas. Those 2 antennas right there, one is for our AIS 800, the other is a backup GPS antenna. And then directly above that, we have our 4-foot Phantom open array radar. To the left of that, we have our Starlink. To the right of that, we have our MSC-10 sat compass. That is going to be our primary GPS and heading sensor. We love using it. It is just rock solid and works. And then we take a look on the mast. If we look all the way to the top right there, you can't really see it, but up on the top of that, we have an AirMar weather station. So with that AirMar weather station, we are able to get wind speed, wind direction, air temp, humidity, all of those kind of things on there. So we've got that going on, and let's see, what else do we have? Ah, yes, a pair of the digital 8-foot VHF antennas. Why do we do duals? Well, A, it looks cool, it looks right, it's balanced. But because we have an AIS and a VHF, that is going to allow us to have a dedicated antenna for each one. And as we start to make our way back, take a peek up under here, guys. You're going to see the first of 4 of the GC 200 cameras. Because that helm is over there, when you're coming in port side 2, you can't always see this side. So this camera kind of give you an idea of that angle. You're going to get a nice view down the port side of your boat as you're trying to dock. So that's a really nice touch to be able to do. So we've got that going on. Let's see, let's make our way back here a little bit more, guys. You can really start to see how nice and slim those Xantrex solar panels are. And you can see also we've got the scan strut deck glands there for solar, and get those all nice and clean on there, nicely sealed all up. Get a little bit better view right now of the weather station all the way up top, the nav lights in front, and then on the back side there is the second of 4 of our GC 200 cameras, and that is giving us our transom back up view. So we've got that taken care of. So we've got all that going on there. Now let's hop down into the engine room, because we've even done some things down there. Let's get after it. So now that we are down in the engine room, I can show you the other two GC200 cameras. We take a look right there, you can see that one, and if we continue to pan around, you'll see the other one right there. So what that's giving us is a nice crisscross view, giving us the best chance for viewing things in this engine space with that nice wide field of view of the camera, still being able to see everything. The other thing that we did down here is if you take a look, you can see this blue, there is a lot of Victron products on here from Sabre, and that includes this Servo GX. You can see the lights blinking away right there on that guy. That is installed from Sabre, and that guy is a little powerhouse because he goes into the network and we can get a lot of data out of him because he knows everything that's going on in this world. So, with that, we did a Victron charge controller right there and a nice little starboard mount, as you can see, and we networked him into that Servo GX right there. So now we are able to, on the Garmin displays, pull up all this information. We can see in real time what is happening with our solar bank. How much power are we putting in? What is it doing? Is it active? Is it working? Speaking of is it active and is it working, and if you had to service this thing, we made sure to make this thing tech friendly. To that end, guys, if you look right here, you can see that MPPT right there. It says it on there on that breaker, and it's tripped right now. That is for the solar. So that's the solar panels coming out to charge into that house bank. We can turn that off. Now we don't have to worry about having a live source of power. If this boat's sitting outside and you're servicing something, you're worried about having a live battery, you just trip that right there and you're good to go. So, now we've talked about that, we've talked about the hardtop, we've got all that other stuff. Let's hop up to the Helm and show you what else is going on with this build. So check this out, guys. Now that we are inside, you can start to see just obviously the beautiful craftsmanship of a Sabre 45, but also the team at Safe Harbors Hawthorne Cove, because they went ahead and they've applied extra varnish around the windows, cabin sole, at the helm, all of that, just really taking it that extra step and that extra level above and beyond. So let's talk about what we've got going on board here at the Helm. If you take a look here, guys, you can see we have a pair of the Garmin Volvo Penta 9200s. We've got those in there. This has the custom Sabre home screen, so you can set a couple of your favorite icons and jump around to things, check the status of your AC voltage, house charge, all of that. Over here, we set up a combo screen, and this is for our 4 GC200 cameras. Obviously, we are looking over at the starboard side, port side engine room. There's our backup camera. You guys really see how far out and around. Obviously, we're in the shed right now. We can see how far out we can see, but we still see the corners right there. And there's our port side docking camera. So we've got all of that networked in there. We've got all of our cameras built into there. We obviously have our FLIR M300 in there as well. We've also added this little TD50. This is a little powerhouse, guys. This can do a myriad of things, from graphical data. Like in this case, we've got it set up for wind. We can see what our wind speed and temperature. Obviously, we are inside right now, so we don't have much to show you. But you can use this for a lot of stuff, so that's a really great add-on. You can see it really fits in there nicely. And then we needed to add 2 more switches right here for those lights that we were talking about, for those Lumitec Razor lights that we installed. We obviously need to be able to control those, and we want to be able to control those easily, and we want to have labeled switches. So we went ahead and we have these switches made up. Floodlights, like we talked about right there for those, and then we have the spotlight there, because that's the middle one. These are the 2 outer ones. You can turn those on and off. They ramp up, ramp down, do all that fun stuff like we've talked about with other Lumitec Razor light bars. So we've got that going on. But the last trick and the last stop on this train here, guys, is down here. On board, we have right here a standard Garmin display. This is a non-Volvo display. Means it's not networked. What does that mean? You don't get radar, you don't get sounder, you don't get, you get NEMA 2000. You get numerical data back and forth, and that's it. This is not connected into the Volvos. To that end, we can come in here. You can see we have a Victron right here and the One Helm app. We select that, and you can see we have, this is a standard screen right here. You'll be able to see your shore power, your AC loads, state of batteries, and just what we're looking at and working with. But you'll also see now solar. That solar is there because we went ahead and used that Victron charge controller for the solar, and now we're able to tie that into the servo, so that allows us to see what's going on. So if I go into here and I click on this guy right there, I would, if this was outside, I'd be able to see how many amps and watts right there. What do we have going on for solar and what do we have for shore power? We'd be able to look at that in real time as well. So it's just one of those nice things you can do, networking into using the existing technologies on board, and just going that little extra bit of distance sometimes goes a really long way, especially for a boat like this that's going to live on a mooring. So that's it. That is this week's Sundays with Sully. Thank you to Boston Yachts for letting us come on board and letting us do this project and letting me film it. And if you got any questions, leave it down below, or sales@navtronics.com. We'd love to talk to you. And we got a lot of content coming, guys. So make sure to hit that like and subscribe, and we will see you again real soon.